What up, what up? Zach Bradshaw, long-winded guy here, staring at charts in my beater. Um, and I've been meaning to make this video for several days as this has been forming up. And it's kind of like a now or never. Um, Late night of writing, might as well cut it now. Sorry if I'm slow, right? Right now I have Crown's settings turned on. Not all of them, but I have his main moving averages, and I'm using the Stokes, and I have it on both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Um, Last week or some week, I basically said I basically had a post that was a video, one of my trading journals, that said that Ethereum can't carry Bitcoin. Um, and I think that was true then. I'm curious to see whether it will be true now. Typically, descending triangles break down, ascending triangles break up, right? So these two charts have similar. Go away alert. What's up with this alert? Okay, I'll just set that there. Ascending triangles tend to break up, descending triangles tend to break down. You might also draw either one of these differently, depending on how you like to draw these. Um, you might even make this something else, right? Depending on how you like to chart this stuff. But for me, we have two competing triangles here. We have an ascending triangle on the smaller asset, and we have a descending triangle on the larger asset, but they're heavily correlated most of the time. So right now, I guess I'm looking at the 12-hour chart on both of these. You know, if I made a 4-hour chart, it might look a little bit different, right? Um, but there's been some pretty steady rules for certain things, especially when it comes to Bitcoin. And it looks like for the most part, some of these rules are the same for Ethereum over the last bit. As Bitcoin has been in an uptrend on like higher term time frames like dailies and weeklies, um, the 12-hour stochastic cross, especially to the upside, has played really well for some nice moves. Now, when you're in this short-term downtrend here, it's not as successful, right? The negative crosses are more successful. Um, like this cross right here led, would have told you to get out right here, and you could have played it all the way till when it crossed back down. A nice 17% move, right? Um, but now it may not be the case, if this is where this is bottoming, then there's a chance that this will be the first, these will be really the first two crosses to the upside, um, for a potentially a longer move like this one, that from this cross to this cross, it went from 16K to 22K. Then even though these were at the top of the range, like this one is a long motion, right? This one is a long motion. Um, this short cross right here would have taken you from 22 up to, what's that, 28, 29. This cross right here would have taken you from 28, 29 all the way up here till 34,000. And you see, right, as this is in a long-term uptrend, these positive crosses on the 12-hour are really powerful. This could be a nice start from the bottom, and you could go back and back test these. Now, I'm curious to see whether Ethereum in this case, or I'm curious to see whether either one of these are going to play out right now. Um, But if it does, there's a potential resolution on a um, ascending triangle. See, when I first made the video that said Ethereum can't carry Bitcoin, it was because there was an all-time high, like basically breakout trade here that Ethereum broke through, and I expected to pop like Bitcoin tends to do, and it didn't. It pulled back, and then it did again, and it pulled back again. And this is actually a lower low, on the 12-hour chart here in terms of the close. That is interesting. And then this one didn't really even come all the way down to test the bottom of the triangle yet. It's already touching back up at the top about the same time that Bitcoin is testing this. And if Bitcoin breaks out against this, we're going to get back up in here into this 40K range, and that probably means going to continue past that. Since it's spent a little bit of time in here, a couple of weeks consolidating, if it gets breaks back above this and starts trending again, we're going to get to 60K. I would think 55 or 60, something like that, and in fairly short order without pullbacks. Um, Now, I don't stupid predictions. Don't listen to that crap. But that just a hypothesis, right? Um, with this one, I don't know where this one's going to go. I mean, natural targets of 18 or 2000, but potentially more than that, especially if Bitcoin is also breaking out. I think Ethereum could even do something like 3x. I don't, that's a ridiculous prediction. So don't take that with a grain of salt. But, it's a blue sky breakout when Bitcoin is also trending. Seems like it, could go well. And you see these 12-hour crosses have done you pretty well as well, right? Even, from back here, really nice one here. From back here, it's not quite as nice, but if you're looking at the percentages from here, this is from 550 to 700. I mean, that's a solid 33% or something like that. So um, you have a lot of these in here as this is going up. Here's another good one here. You can go look at these yourself. 12-hour crosses I have. My settings are crown settings, so they're a little bit different. And Coinigy, I think, has these backwards from TradingView, so you see them there to generate basically the same signature that is super reliable on Bitcoin. Now, what I'm curious here with this dueling triangles is to see what is going to be more reliable in this case. This descending triangle or this ascending triangle, and how these two are going to pull on each other. It's a interesting time here. I actually keep making essentially bad trades or let my weak hands get me out as it gets down here because I just didn't think it should come back down here again as well. But now it's looking like a nice little bottom, and if it breaks out of here, maybe stutter steps along this and then breaks above this, it's probably going to go straight to like 38. I'll be rebuying in here into Bitcoin, some that I've sold out, and then similarly with Ethereum, um, I probably won't. But I'm not going to buy any more breakouts on Ethereum unless kind of unless Bitcoin says so, and I see the Stokes crosses, or the not the Stokes crosses, but the Stokes momentum lining up across multiple time frames, probably some other signals as well, and could just choose Ethereum as my way to play the Bitcoin breakout, right? Because I think Bitcoin is more reliable to break out. If Bitcoin runs this range to 40K, Ethereum's going to have a better breakout above this than what we've had here, and I bet it hits the measured move off of this. And then from there, I'm not sure that it will stop because I think that they'll pull each other along, and some of these other coins that are trending right now as well, like Link and other ones, even like Cardano is not doing that bad, or Cardano is not doing that bad. There could be lots of trending going on, and I'm going to play it likely through Ethereum, and I'm just going to try not to get shaken out. I thought this might come down a little bit better and give me a buy here. I also sold out of some on my Ethereum that I didn't necessarily need to, but I was caught in higher positions up here as well on some of those. That is, I should have let go of them much as soon as it didn't break out. But sleepy trading. I think on no, I didn't buy both breakouts. I had another buy though somewhere I did not like. But regardless, um, that's it for this one. Dueling Triangles. I'm curious to see how it plays out. Um, and I'm am invested in how it plays out, and I think I might start saving some of these charts like this so that I can just calling them as they go. But I think the measured move for something like this would go something like boom, and depending on where it breaks out, right? If it were to break out right here, it'd go straight back to the high. But if it took a little bit more time, um, it'd be up here. So either one of those seem about right. On the flip side over here, again, I'm no master of measured moves. Um, but this one, it does not depend as much on where it happens because it's a triangle, right? Or this side is the flat side. But yeah, this takes us up to 16K. Okay, so the measure move on this doesn't really get us to 18 like I was thinking. So 16K or something like that. Maybe, right? You could do this and draw it based on, right? You don't just format the chart to fit your narrative. That's not what you do. But I'm also not an expert on whether and when wicks or candle bodies are more reliable. Um, where this should be, for example, which would also move this line up probably a little bit more. Um, but this is how I'd prefer to look at it. So this is what I'm going to keep on my chart. This is what I think makes the most sense. And we will see what happens. So um, obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. Don't follow my stupid trades. Um, if you have any questions about any of this, I'd love to, or if you just want to talk shit on my video, I'd love to hear it. And that's it. Peace.